On this beautiful day, on the 24th of September, we are celebrating Heritage Day, or also known as Braaidag, Barbecue Day. I'm here at the Tollhouse on the Montagu Pass, close to George, in the Outeniqua mountain range. And they're having awesome food, naturally, and some activities. They've got kiting, they've got some vehicles here, but they also have some traditional music. So let me go and show you the awesomeness down there with the people. Marcus Garvey said, "A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin and culture is like a tree without roots." Today at the Tollhouse, it is a fusion of food, music and a vintage remnant of the journey of a group of pioneers in the early days of the garden route in Klein Karoo.
Tollhouse was built at the same time between 1944 and 47 by Henry Fancourt White, and of course it was erected because they needed money for maintenance. It survived one fire in 1855 when it had a thatch roof and it burned down, and of course in 2018 it also burned down for the second time.
Over the years, the Montagu Pass Tollhouse has been a passion point for remembering this part of history. Much effort was put into gathering pieces of the old Tollhouse as well as from that time period. And many people came from all over the world to enjoy the stories and be enchanted by the museum pieces telling us about a lifestyle a long time ago. But then, October 2018, a devastating fire engulfed the mountains. For 3 days, the fire lingered in the mountains and did not seem to be a danger. But then a change in wind direction and speed. This freak fire overwhelmed firefighters and engulfed the Tollhouse. Sad to say, everything inside the Tollhouse was lost to the inferno of this devastating mountain fire, and the Tollhouse was reduced to ashes.
But it's all been restored and recovered. Very grateful for the people of George who donated all the materials again, the roof and the trusses and the floor and the windows, and it's really a magnificent restoration. Driven by Gerda Stolz. She's our chair lady of the Friends of the Tollhouse, and if there's anybody that's got determination, it's Gerda. It's unbelievable. She keeps the whole thing together.
I'm I'm Gerda Stools. I'm the manager here at the Tollhouse. It has just been restored after a fearful fire which we had in 2018. Now, beforehand, the Tollhouse was built in 1845. It was the house of the tollmaster and his family. Well, several tollmasters and their families stayed here, and that lasted until 1918. After that, it was rented out by the municipality as a private home, and we still have one of the old residents, Gert Klaassen, that lived here, and you could tell us much of the history and how they lived here.
The Tollhouse has truly been restored to become even more of an attraction than before, hosting such fine items from years past and holding history to share with everyone.
The Tollhouse almost looks like a coffin if you look at this, the wall that is at a slightly different angle than from the back wall. And the reason for that is, if it was a straight wall and the windows were in a straight wall, the toll keeper couldn't see the road. So being on a corner, in this shape, you can see the cars coming from both sides through the window.
I must confess, my favorite part is the food. And as the Tollhouse was restored, so was the development of an outdoor oven for baking traditional bread and roosterkoek filled with delicious savory mince and other fillings. The smell of fresh baked bread is amazing. But do not forget about the pancakes and the Buddha coffee served during the weekdays.
Today we have the orchestra here, a Boere orkest, I call it in Afrikaans, and we also have a few of the traditional dishes, which is very traditional to the area and to the people of about 170 years ago when this Tollhouse was built.
Proudly showing off are the vintage workhorses and the supremely restored vehicles. And the highlight of the day, the unveiling of a stone replica of the Tollhouse for the visually impaired and blind visitors. The Tollhouse is open Tuesdays until Sundays 8 till 1 and can be rented for special events. A prime tourist attraction close to George. Thank you for joining us. Remember to like, subscribe and share.